All right, we're gonna make a Valentine's Day crown and read a Valentine's Day story. So your headband, your crown, and we'll read our story first. This is one of my favorite Valentine stories. It's called Love Ruby Valentine. That's the little girl's name, Ruby Valentine. And I bet you can guess what her favorite holiday is. It's Valentine's Day. Deep in the heart of Heartland, in a house of oak and pine, with her feathered friend named Lovebird, lived Ruby Valentine. So look at, she lives in a town called Heartland. The trees are hearts, the windows are hearts, the house is kind of a heart, the cow has heart spots, the cow has a heart water trough, so many hearts. Now, Ruby had a favorite day, and Valentine's was it. Excuse me. According to all who knew her, this day was a perfect fit. Ruby loved to say, "I love you," and she loved to say, "Be mine," and she loved to sign her hearts and cards, "Love, Ruby Valentine." Valentine's was Ruby's chance to do what she loved best. As the special day drew closer, Ruby would not stop to rest. With 5 days until Valentine's, Ruby started making cards. She and Lovebird sprinkled glitter. They curled ribbons by the yards. So she's making cards for all the people in Heartland. With 4 days down and counting, Ruby and Lovebird began to bake. They cut out heart-shaped cookies and they iced a heart-shaped cake. Look at this cake has layers. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of cake. They never left the kitchen. With only 3 days more to go, Ruby and Lovebird filled up goodie bags and tied each one with a bow. With just 2 days remaining, they worked morning, noon, and night, signing cards and wrapping gifts until each package was just right. With Valentine's 1 day away, Ruby carefully checked her list. She loaded up her wagon. No one in Heartland would be missed. The night before Valentine's Day, Ruby chose what she would wear. She tried on her purse and shoes. She washed and curled her hair. She's getting ready. When everything was in order, Ruby made a special sign. It sat high atop her wagon and read, "Love, Ruby Valentine." Now notice, look at Ruby and Lovebird. They look like they're getting very sleepy. They have not stopped to rest. And tomorrow, the next day in the morning, is Valentine's Day. Tired from all her hard work, Ruby lay down on her bed. She hadn't planned to stay long, just to picture the day ahead. But when she closed her eyes, Lovebird scarcely made a peep. She snuggled up next to Ruby, and they both fell fast asleep. Uh-oh. They slept right through the morning and on into the afternoon. They slept right past the evening. They never saw the moon. They missed Valentine's Day. And when Ruby finally woke, Ruby saw the date with dread. That was when she realized she was very, very late. I can't believe I missed Valentine's. Now I'll have to wait a year to tell everyone I love them. Ruby wiped away a tear. Now she's thinking that she has to wait a whole year until the next Valentine's Day to tell people she loves them. Do you have to wait to tell people you love them only on Valentine's Day? No, you can tell people you love them any day. She slowly picked up the cards and she started putting gifts away, when in a squawky voice, Lovebird said, "Let's go today." What did he say? "Let's go today." Ruby looked at Lovebird. "Folks won't like this one bit. It's the 15th, not the 14th. They're sure to pitch a fit." Would you throw a fit if somebody told you they love you and gave you treats and candies and cake and presents? I wouldn't. But Lovebird kept on squawking, "Let's go today, let's go today." So Ruby made a choice. "All we can do is try it," she said in a tiny voice. So she straightened up her wagon and she tried hard not to frown. With Lovebird on her shoulder, Ruby slowly walked through the town. She delivered cards and candy. She passed cookies from a tray. She gave out gifts and goodie bags to all the townspeople that day. Then she summoned up the courage and she knew what she had to do. I know I'm so late, she cried, but I'm so sorry too. What happened next surprised her. No one seemed to mind. They didn't care. They just thanked and hugged her for being so sweet and so kind. You've made today a celebration, so why would we protest? Hip hip hooray for Ruby. We think you're the very best. And that's when Ruby realized that saying I love you doesn't have to wait till Valentine's Day. Any day will do. At the beach, in the summertime, in the winter, with 4th of July, with fireworks, you can tell people you love them. Now she sends out cards all year and that say, will you be mine? And she signs each and every one of them. Love, Ruby Valentine. I love that story. All right. So we've got our crown here. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use a black marker, and at the bottom, write your name down there. And then we've got some missing letters we have to fill in. Okay, finish writing your name. And then we've got a picture of a heart here, and the letter that's missing is a T. A T, we've got some flowers here, and the letter that's missing is a W. We've got some candy, and the letter that's missing is a D. And then a card, and the letter that's missing is another D. So we wrote T, W, D, D. Now, I'm not gonna color mine with you on the video, but I have an old one that I colored a long time ago. If you wanna press pause and color yours like mine, you can. And then you can cut it out and glue it on your headband, and you can decorate your headband too. You can draw hearts on it or whatever you want. Give it some color, make it pretty. So if you want to color yours like mine, you can press pause. You don't have to. You can also color it however you want, okay?